You filed me in a door with the fading names. Smiled like you believed in me, but never learned my face. Called me promising and passing in that practiced way. Then closed the door and walked back to your little stage. I stayed late in the rooms that you never see, where the floor smells like paper and anxiety. Turned every careless word you said to me into ink lines marching through a strategy. You thought I'd stay small in your quiet notes, live and die inside your anecdote. But I was taking careful measurements of every time you made my bones feel bent. You wrote the story, but you left out my name. So I built a document soaked in your mistakes. This is my thesis on revenge, bound in black. Hardcover heart and a spine that won't crack. I'll read it out loud while the portraits stare. Every single page is a cross-examination in there. This is my thesis on revenge, cold and clear. Every calm sentence is a knife to your veneer. I won't raise my voice, I'll just let you see how I broke your kingdom down in theory. I quote your heroes with a steady hand, then turn their logic till it cannot stand. Highlight cracks in the marble that you praise. Let the roots of the rot climb through the phrase. You call it rigor when the door's shut. Dress exclusion up in academic cuts. You say tradition like a holy shield. I trace the harm you never want revealed. So I write it all in number lines, polite on the surface but loaded inside. The footnotes carry what my voice once hid. Every quiet bruise becomes a piece of evidence. You see a paper, I see a flood. You see an argument, I see your blood. This is my thesis on revenge, bound in black. Hardcover heart and a spine that won't crack. I'll read it out loud while the portraits stare. Every single page is a cross-examination in there. This is my thesis on revenge, cold and clear. Every calm sentence is a knife to your veneer. I won't raise my voice, I'll just let you see how I broke your kingdom down in theory. I'm not asking for a place at your perfect feast. I'm building tables where you were never meant to reach. If you stamp honors on the cover page, I'll hang it like a trophy made of displaced rage. And if you smirk and call my tone too much, say my questions cut a little out of touch, you still have to live with what you've read. You can't unsee the ghost I pulled into your head. When the meeting's done and we leave that hall, my words stay humming in the panels, walls. Your quiet empire, polished and polite. Now it's tiny fractures running under all that white. Whatever verdict your red pen sends, I already have my turning point, my end. The moment that I put my name in ink was the moment I stopped caring what you think. This is my thesis on revenge, bound in black. Hardcover heart and a spine that won't crack. I'll read it out loud while the portraits stare. Every single page is a cross-examination in there. This is my thesis on revenge, cold and clear. Every calm sentence is a knife to your veneer. I won't raise my voice, I'll just let you see how I broke your kingdom down in theory. They stamped exceptional on my filing 9. Pin me to a board with that label in my spine. Turn my hobbies into data points and graphs. Every answer I got right just tightened up the straps. They love my test scores more than my laugh. Let me extra workload like it counted as a craft. Prodigy, promise all that sugar-coated praise. While they laid out a maze I never chose to play. I learned to juggle praise like a live grenade. Smile on cue, keep the posture they made. But every year special had a quiet clause. Stay ahead or you're not worth the applause. By 15 I was running on borrowed pride. Perfection like a choke chain knotted inside. They never taught rest, only don't fall behind. Now I'm carving that myth with the forensic mind. Welcome to the gifted kid autopsy. Cutting up the story that they dropped on me. Laid out on the table, false prophecy. I'm dissecting every line of the mythology. Welcome to the gifted kid autopsy. Scalpel to the script they locked on me. If genius means a cage with a pretty key, then I'd rather be average and brutally free. They said you're built for greatness, don't waste your head. But they flinch when I ask what if I rest instead. Potential God weaponized, aimed at my sleep. Grades like a leash, future so cheap. I learned to fear anything less than A. Made my identity a multiple choice to stay. Strong work ethic was just panic and drag. Winding through sickness so they sign off the brag. They never told me how the pressure breaks bones. How top of the class can still feel alone. How a room full of clapping hands and grins can echo like a morgue with the music turned thin. So here I am now with the body on the slab. The corpse of that myth they wrapped in a flag. I peel back layers, fear, ego, grief. Find a kid under there begging for relief. Welcome to the gifted kid autopsy. Cutting up the story that they dropped on me. Laid out on the table, false prophecy. I'm dissecting every line of the mythology. Welcome to the gifted kid autopsy. Scalpel to the script they locked on me. If genius means a cage with a pretty key, then I'd rather be average and brutally free. So here's my diagnosis, chronic approval need. Induced by adults who loved how I'd succeed, but never asked what drank me dry at night. Never saw the shaking under all that bright. Now I write my own chart, line by line. Patient shows signs of reclaiming her mind. Recommend dangerous amounts of rest. Start with no rubric, failure as a test. I won't be a trophy with the crack and glaze. Won't be a poster child for back in my day. If I build something huge, it'll be for me. Not to decorate your nostalgia or legacy. Tag the crow on that story. Time of death today. She'd over gifted, slide it away. Call the cards, prolonged exposure to praise. Without any love when the lights decay. I'm not your miracle, I'm not just that. I'm not your dinner party trick. Remember that you wanna wonder, go stare at the sky. I'm here to live, not to constantly qualify. Welcome to the gifted kid autopsy. Cutting up the story that they dropped on me. Laid out on the table, false prophecy. I'm dissecting every line of their mythology. Welcome to the gifted kid autopsy. Scalpel to the script they locked on me. If genius means a cage with a pretty key, then I'd rather be human and violently free. Timetable screaming from the plaster wall. Pens like bayonets line for a brow. Caffeine ricochets through my veins. Every misreading stepping on grenades. Syllabus reads like a hit list. Every unchecked box a clenched fist. They think it's just another quiz. I see career paths hanging off this cliff. My spine straightens when the sirens start. Alarm on repeat like a steel-tipped heart. I'm last minute, then I'm last to fall. Sharp focus when they want me stalled. It's the night before everything, I don't blink. Pressure to the throat, but I won't sink. If the whole town's hanging from this link, then I turn panic into gasoline. Watch it tank. It's the night before everything, I don't fold. I was built for the fire, not the cold. If this room's the arena they control, I'll carve my name in the greatest role. For a battlefield of crumpled sheets, each misstep crunches under my feet. Shots on the carpet, codes on the chair. I'm mapping out war in the still air. Their expectations posted like wanted signs. They want silent compliance and need line sign. I'll give them a quiet storm. Brain on overdrive, we're reborn. I've been soft fucking with the volume down. Now I'm lockjawed, hunting for that crown. They'll call it luck if I clear this hit, but they weren't here when I sharpened grit. It's the night before every heavy, mine like a blade, grip held steady. If I come through, they'll rewrite lore. Oh, she just knows stuff, know I went to war. They don't see the under-eye bruises or the way my ribcage throbs like music. They just see marks on a sterile sheet. I see trophies stacked under my feet. It's the night before, everything I don't blink. Pressure to the throat, but I won't sink. If the whole turns hanging from this link, then I turn panic into gasoline. Watch it drink. It's the night before, everything full send. No hot speed, no plane, pretend. If this night's important to the next version of me, I'll cross with the snarl, not on my knees. Lecture hall quiet like a chapel of sleep. Professor drones on ancient steep. They worship authors like marble saints. Quote dead men, ignore fresh pain. I sit back row with the marker grill, turning their cannon into my script. While they pray some dusty decree, I'm tagging sidelines with my graffiti. They say objective, I say rigged. Whole curriculum skewed, tight lace big. They want neat underlines and sober rows. I leave wild arrows where my anger goes. I write annotations in the margins like a riot. Time revolutions where they hope we stay quiet. Every side note cuts through the sermon tone. If the main text bores me, I'll carve my own. I write annotations in the margins like a flare. Signal from my mind that refuses their snare. They can keep the podium and the velvet throne. I'll be scrawling counter spells in the unknown. Their heroes never look like me, but I'm built from ink and stubborn teeth. So I slam nonsense next to pretty lines. Call out bias in polite designs. No book edges turn to battlegrounds. Every cramped scribble a subversive sound. They test for dates and citation forms. I study power and who it deforms. If the reader list erases half the room, I'll spray my truth in the academic tune. They can mark me difficult on their forms. I'd rather that than be quietly absorbed. I write annotations in the margins like a riot. Tiny revolutions where they hope we stay quiet. Every side note cuts through the sermon tone. If the main text bores me, I'll carve my own. I write annotations in the margins like a flare. Signal from my mind that refuses their snare. They can keep the podium and the velvet throne. I'll be scrawling counter spells in the unknown. One day some kid in a later year will crack this spine and see my sneer, see my arrows, questions rage, and realize this room once had a cage. I'll trace my scroll like a secret map, find courage hidden in a cramped recap. Know someone sat where they now sit and refuse to just absorb the script. Where they hope we stay quiet. Every side note cuts through the sermon tone. If the main text bores me, I'll carve my own. I write annotations in the margins like a flare. Signal from my mind that refuses their snare. They can crown their idols in monotone. I'll be in the side space building my throne. You filed me in a door with the fading names. Smiled like you believed in me, but never learned my face. Called me promising and passing in that practiced way. Then closed the door and walked back to your little stage. I stayed late in the rooms that you never see, where the floor smells like paper and anxiety. Turned every careless word you said to me into ink lines marching through a strategy. You thought I'd stay small in your quiet notes, live and die inside your anecdote. But I was taking careful measurements of every time you made my bones feel bent. You wrote the story, but you left out my name. So I built a document soaked in your mistakes. This is my thesis on revenge, bound in black. Hardcover heart and a spine that won't tables with a steady hand, then turn their logic till it cannot stand. Highlight cracks in the marble that you praise, let the roots of the rock climb through the phrase. You call it rigor when the door's shut, dress exclusion up in academic cuts. You say tradition like a holy shield, I trace the harm you never want revealed. So I write it all in number lines, polite on the surface but loaded inside. The footnotes carry what my voice once hid. Every quiet bruise becomes a piece of evidence. You see a paper, I see a flood. You see an argument, I see your blood. This is my thesis on revenge, bound in black. Hardcover heart and a spine that won't crack. I'll read it out loud while the portraits stare. Every single page is a cross-examination in there. This is my thesis on revenge, cold and clear. Every calm sentence is a knife to your veneer. I won't raise my voice, I'll just let you see how I broke your kingdom down in theory. I'm not asking for a place at your perfect feast. I'm building tables where you were never meant to reach. If you stamp honors on the cover page, I'll hang it like a trophy made of displaced rage. And if you smirk and call my tone too much, say my questions cut a little out of touch, you still have to live with what you've read. You can't unsee the ghost I pulled into your head. When the meeting's done and we leave that hall, my words stay humming in the panels. Walls, your quiet empire, polished and polite. Now it's tiny fractures running under all that white. Whatever verdict your red pen sends, I already have my turning point lying. The moment that I put my name in ink was the moment I stopped caring what you think. This is my thesis on revenge, bound in black. Hardcover heart and a spine that won't crack. I'll read it out loud while the portraits stare. Every single page is a cross-examination in there. This is my thesis on revenge, cold and clear. Every calm sentence is a knife to your veneer. I won't raise my voice, I'll just let you see how I broke your kingdom down in theory.
Yeah. Stack of versions on the hardwood floor, each one a body from an older war. I've torn up scripts till my wrist went numb, trying to sand down where I came from. But this time I stride in when my spinal line stop polishing truth till it looks like a lie. I'm done trimming edges to fit their frame. If they don't like sharp, they can dodge my flame. This manuscript breeze with a bare knuckle post, no costume jewelry, just raw results. Sentence by sentence, I swung that sword. If they read this light, they'll still feel the roar.
This is drop 27, this one stays. No apology folded in the phrase. Let the ink hit hard like a steel cascade. They can crown it and toss it, I'm still made. This is drop 27, this one stands. No more hiding behind shaking hands. If they cross it out, that's their parade. I walked in on, that's the upgrade.
To shred my work before daybreak, calling not ready, but it was fear's handshake. Now I send it out with my name in black. If they swing, I got armor that won't crack. Every line in here cost me nights, cost me ego, cost me fights. Ripped illusions from my throat, left a voice that doesn't choke. I'm not begging the panel for a mercy, nah. They're not deities, they're a board squad. If they stamp me, fine. If they don't, so what? I broke my own chains when I stopped giving
This
up.
is drop 27, this one stays. No apology folded in the phrase. Let the ink get hard like a steel cascade. They can crown it and toss it, I'm still made. This is drop 27, this one stands. No more hiding behind shaking hands. They cross it out, that's their parade. I walked in on, that's the upgrade.
I'm not built for worse, Up at a faculty throne, I'm built to sharpen and swing on my own. They can highlight, red line, shrug a cheer. I already beat the loudest judge in here. That critic lived behind my eyes, spat venom at every try. I silenced her with the final clips, and that's the spell that broke her grip.